3, 2.
Hello Normans, welcome to this week's Norman News. I'm Noelle Trost.
And I'm Leo Padilla. Keep watching for more news on school safety.
And an update on flavored tobacco.
Hey guys, I'm the one and only Jacob Rabanian with this week's sports.
And I'm Alana Morgan with this week's fashion and entertainment.
Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. Well, Normans, Beverly Hills just got a lot cleaner. The City Council has just moved forward with a movement to adopt an ordinance that would be harder on tobacco. This movement follows the input from the Safety Commission to ban the sale of flavored tobacco products in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is already one of the hardest cities to smoke in, with 2 ordinances in place with restrictions on marijuana, e-cigarettes, and cigars. Let's hope this movement will take us one step closer to fully banning smoking publicly in Beverly Hills. Let's send it to Leo.
Thanks, Noelle. Last Friday, March 23rd at 2:30 p.m., a DUI suspect was pulled over by LAPD. After refusing to cooperate with the officers, the man in his early 20s sped away in his vehicle. The chase that ensued lasted just short of an hour. However, once the suspect met the campus of Beverly Hills High School, he bailed out of his car and attempted to enter the science building. After meeting locked doors, the man was tackled by police, which ended the pursuit. For exclusive footage of the event, visit the Kbev YouTube channel or webpage.
Hello Normans, welcome to this week's interview. I'm Noelle Trost here with Noah Danesh. How are you doing today, Noah?
Very good, Noah. Thank you for having me here.
Great. All right. I heard you guys had a big victory at robotics at the competition. Was it semifinals?
That's correct. Well, we went to 2 different competitions over spring break, one in Pomona and one in Orange County, and we did well in both, and it was a really exciting experience.
That's great to hear, Noah. What did you guys do to prepare for this competition?
So we're working throughout the year building up to these competitions. So there's different subdivisions in robotics. There's business, programming, and build. So business is the one who basically raises money for the robot because the robot is expensive. They also host STEM events, science, technology, engineering, and math events, which really spread those ideas throughout the community. There's programming, which programs the robot, but also programs websites, our website, different applications that we created. And there's build, which obviously just builds the robot and is practicing on and learning how to learn the tools up until the competition.
Sounds like there's a lot of working parts in this production. What role do you play in robotics, Noah?
I'm one of the co-presidents and of the business division. So there's so many different people that take part in this. We have over 55 members, so it's a big organization, it's a big club, it's a big class, but it's really exciting having so many different people and so many different ideas in one place.
That's great to hear. What does the competition specifically consist of? I know there's been a little bit confusion, so can you tell me a little bit what you do when you get there?
Yeah, it's pretty complicated. There's different aspects to the competition. One aspect is obviously with the robot. So we're competing with our robot. This time we placed in 3rd place out of the 52 teams there. So that's amazing. It's the best that I've heard. In the past 4 years of me being on robotics, that's the best we've ever done in the robot. We made it up to semifinals during the competition. It was a really exciting time, and our robot did really well. So great job on the build. The business division, we've been working on presenting. We have to present what we did throughout the whole year, and for that we actually won 2 awards. So at Pomona we won the Entrepreneurship Award, which is for the business plan, because we run our team like a business, and we have to make a business plan, and whoever has the best business plan and presents their team the best way wins Entrepreneurship Award, which is what we did win. We also won at the second competition the Engineering Inspiration Award. So while that sounds like it's engineering, it's building, it's not really about building, it's more about building inspiration in young younger children throughout the community, and that's one thing that our team has worked hard on. We started a 6-week program within the middle schools here in BHUSD, which is really amazing. We had a lot of events over the year, and we marketed the applications that our team made very well from the programming division. So for Engineering Inspiration, we won for all those things, basically.
That's incredible, Noah. Now, I know robotics is a very specialized field. What drew you to doing robotics here in high school?
So, yeah, that's a great point. There's a lot of different people on robotics that have different goals that they're trying to achieve. I joined initially, I saw some flyers. I really wanted to become a part of the robotics team we had here. But I didn't have too much time, and if you want to do the build division, you're going to have to invest a lot of time. So I ended up just going on to the business division, which was really fun. And in 10th grade, that's when I became co-president, and I've learned so much and grown so much with the team.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a great community. What are you guys seeing in the future now that you've done so well at this competition?
Well, since we did win the Engineering Inspiration Award, we got qualified to go to World Championships in Houston, so that was really exciting. And with that, because we won the award, they paid our registration fee of $5,000. That was sponsored by NASA. So we are finding the logistics of how we could go to Houston and how many people would be able to go. So that's in the most immediate future. And obviously, we're going to always be looking at what's coming next year, getting new middle schoolers involved, the 8th graders, if they ever want to get involved. Just when you come to the school, it's a class now, so they can just join the class, and I definitely advise anyone to do that because you learn so much.
That sounds so great, Noah. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Noah.
I, along with everyone else, is really looking forward to see what you guys do next.
Thank you so much, Noah.
Let's go ahead and send it back to the desk.
There are no words to describe what is approaching. The 2018 FIFA World Cup, the biggest event in the world. Countries competing in the beautiful sport known as soccer in the U.S. or football in the rest of the world. Catch teams like Mexico, Portugal, Germany, Spain, and Argentina, and much more in this thrilling summer soccer tournament. Sadly, if you are a fan of the United States soccer team, some disappointing news will be that your country is sadly not competing in this year's World Cup. And now let's send it to Jasmine.
The Final Four are finally here. You might be asking yourself, what is all this March Madness really about? The month of March focused on college basketball. Kansas, Villanova, Loyola, Chicago, and Michigan are the 4 final teams that are going to San Antonio, and things are just starting to get mad. A few days ago, the thrilling Kansas and Duke game went overtime, and Kansas beat Duke 85-81, and Texas Tech sadly lost to Villanova with a score of 59-71. I will definitely be watching every second of this excitement and be keeping you guys updated as we find out which of the 4 colleges wins the tournament. Now back to Jake with more sports.
Thanks, Jasmine. This past Monday, the Los Angeles Kings played the Calgary Flames in the famous Staples Center. The Kings came into the game strong and scored goals early in the first period, winning the game 3-0. The Kings managed to shut out the Flames. Catch the Kings' next games against the Arizona Coyotes this Thursday at the Staples Center. And now let's send it to Alana.
Thanks, Jake. We all know Ayesha Curry, American actress, celebrity cookbook author, and television personality, mother of 2, and wife to Stephen Curry. Well, what we also know is that she's pregnant, as this was released on February the 2nd of 2018. But what we don't know is if she's pregnant for a boy or a girl. This is important because her and Stephen Curry currently have 2 little girls, Riley and Ryan, and fans are hoping that the next one is a boy to finish Stephen's legacy in basketball when he eventually retires. Fans are eager to know ever since it was announced and ever since she has appeared on Ellen saying that she has the gender of the baby on her phone but wants it to be a surprise. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a boy or a girl? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now let's send it to Riley with entertainment.
According to a new interview with Christian Siriano, it costs designers a ton of money to get ready for award shows just like the Oscars. Christian stated it costs so much money to make custom gowns and to send them around the world. This year, Siriano said that his team probably sent about 100 dresses from New York to Hollywood for the Oscars and various after parties, making his FedEx bill a grand total of approximately $50,000. Well, good luck to our non-local designers sending out their dresses using the FedEx company.
Thanks, Riley. It's not too late to go see Pacific Rim Uprising as it is still in theaters, and it looks pretty interesting. But in order to want to go see it, we have to know what it's about. Pacific Rim Uprising is about Jake Pentecost, son of Stacker Pentecost, reunites with Mako Mori to lead a new generation of Jaeger pilots, including rival Lambert and 15-year-old Hacker, against a new threat. With a budget of $150 million US, this movie could be really interesting if you're interested in fantasy and science fiction. Let's give some time to think about it as we grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's new movie trailer.
Jake, your father always said he wanted you to be a pilot.
He said a lot of things. I'm not a hero like he was.
The kaiju. They're gonna come back. I'm not gonna be stuck waiting for someone else to come save my ass.
Cadets, you better gear up.
This is the way the world ends.
How'd they get into our world?
Someone let them in. Someone from our world.
Who is that?
Definitely not one of ours.
Let's do this.
This is your chance to make things right.
We're gonna need more pilots. We have them. There are pilots we remember as legends, but they didn't start out that way. They started out like us. This is our time to make a difference. Do you understand? Jaeger pilots, do you understand?
One way to find out.
That's what I'm talking about!
Gonna be a long day.
What do we do?
Y'all remember me? We fight! Those on top of me.
Well, that looks great, but
Hello, Normans.
Noel,
Welcome-
as you know, security on campus is making students show their ID if they want to enter the campus. So what do you think about that?
I have some mixed thoughts about it. I think it's definitely going to make scheduling a little harder. People need to get here a lot earlier in the morning, but I do think it is necessary. Like, I find myself so easily getting into the campus that, you know, I think it'd be better that we know who's on and who's off.
And what do you think about students that can no longer leave the campus at lunch?
You know, I think that's the cost of making sure our school is safe. I think, you know, you have to outweigh the benefits with the risk, and I think it's a good thing that we know who's on and who's off.
Definitely, yeah.
How about you, Leah? What do you think?
I think that it's a good idea for safety, but I think seniors maybe should be able to leave the campus during lunch.
Yeah.
But we'll see all that in the future.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and send it to Alana with fashion.
Thanks, Noel. Just when we thought that Rihanna was done taking over the makeup world, we were wrong. Turns out Rihanna has made some new Fenty Beauty Body Lava highlighters that had appeared to be shown on Instagram. Rihanna is now taking over the body category as she shared an all-over body luminizer, which was teased on social media on Monday. Fans seem to be curious about these new products, but still interested. As Teen Vogue said, fans are saying, BRB smothering myself in at Fenty Beauty Body Lava all summer, to I'm not sure what Body Lava is, but I'm still buying it because it's Fenty Beauty. Well, I'm excited to try it when it comes out on April 6th to be glowing on summer. Now let's send it to David with more news.
Thanks, Alana. Recently, a man from Argentina changed not only his name, but also his gender so that he could retire at the age of 60 instead of 65. This former man changed his name from Sergia Lazarovich to a more feminine name of Sergia Lazarovich. It has been revealed that this former man is not a homosexual and is instead straight, as this person has had relationships with women both before and after applying for the change in gender. One of Lazarovich's relatives states that Lazarovich decided to become a woman because he believed that it was very unfair that, as a man, he would have had to work for 5 extra years than a woman. Lazarovich's first plan was to file a complaint to the government citing discrimination. But after finding out that such a process of changing the law may take several years, it was only then that Lazarovich went on with the plan of changing his gender. Lazarovich, however, claims that although he did change both his gender and his name, it was for other reasons that he does not wish to explain. Now to Eva with some news on health.
We all have nights where it feels like we'll never be able to sleep. Ruben Naiman, PhD, sleep and dream psychologist, says it's perfectly normal to lie in bed for 10 to 20 minutes before you drift off. Regularly falling asleep in a moment or two is not a sign of being a good sleeper. In fact, it may be a symptom of excessive sleepiness and an underlying sleep disorder. But if you can't sleep after 20 to 30 minutes, experts recommend distracting yourself with relaxing thoughts and to try to do breathing exercises. If you really can't fall asleep, try getting out of bed and doing something boring that does not involve a screen. Just always keep in mind that in the end, you will fall asleep. And now to Layla with some more news.
As if the news from the Parkland shooting wasn't heartbreaking and stomach-turning enough, in Parkland, teddy bears and other memorabilia, including tombstones, monuments, plaques, and pinwheels, were also found in Michael Sean Kennedy and Carol Neal's car. There was no reason as to why the two decided to randomly take away the set items left for the victims. Stoneman Douglas student Carmen Lowe, whose best friend Carmen Shentrup was one of the 17 killed in the shooting, wrote through Twitter, "How disrespectful can you be to do this? This is disgusting. First, my friends are robbed of life less than 200 feet away from this memorial, and now people won't even let them rest in peace. My friends are grieving, and these people are looking for gains." The city of Parkland announced later that the archiving and memorializing items for the Douglas shooting will be placed soon next. Now to Leo.
Lastly, due to recent increase in safety precautions being taken by the district, students will now be required to show their student ID to campus security. However, if the student wishes to leave during 6th period, they must show proof that their schedule does not contain a 6th period class. For an update on the fence surrounding the school, be sure to visit Kbev YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.
Tune in next week for more Norman News.
That was good. Good stuff. And now.